From the mid 1400s through the 1700s, those with disabilities and special needs were not treated very well. They were thought to be possessed with demons or evil, so they were often persecuted for that. This changed in the late 1700s when John Locke decided that these young people or children were born blank slates. The popular belief was that they were born full of evil, so since they were blank slates, he thought that people should be more empathetic towards these children. Soon after this, Jean-Marc Gaspard Itard, a French physician, decided that he wanted to look for ways to teach those with disabilities or who are mentally challenged. He found a boy who lived naked in a forest and took him in. While Itard did make behavioral progress with this child, he was never able to learn to speak or to live on his own. This made Itard feel like he had failed, but little did he know that he inspired many to work towards special education for those with disabilities. In the 1800s, they began to build residential schools for those with disabilities. The first one was in Hartford, Connecticut in 1817 for those who were deaf. In Watertown, Massachusetts, the Perkins School for the Blind was built in the 1800s, and this is where Anne Sullivan taught Helen Keller, which their success inspired many professionals and parents that those with disabilities and those who are mentally challenged were capable of being educated. In the 1900s, there began to be more community-based organizations formed. One major organization was the Easter Seals. This was formed by Edgar Allan, a businessman who lost his son in a car accident. He sold his business and started a hospital in their hometown in Ohio. When he was in this hospital, he noticed that many people with disabilities and those who were mentally challenged were often hid from the view of the public. He then started a campaign that created, which is one of the world's greatest organizations that offers answers and hope to adults, children, and their families that are affected by disabilities. There was also the Joseph Kennedy Jr. Foundation, which was formed by the Kennedy family, and it spreads the beliefs that people with disabilities can do things that everybody else do, but they might just need a little help doing it. The ARC was formed, and these groups for the ARC worked to lobby for change and for progress in the field of special education. Autism Speaks was formed by grandparents of a child who was diagnosed with autism, and they worked to advocate, raise funds for autism research, and to spread awareness of autism. And then a final group that was started that I will talk about was the Gordon Hartman Foundation. They had a daughter with a disability, so they decided to build Morgan's Wonderland, which was an amusement park designed specifically for children and adults with disabilities and their families, and they thought this would nurture the minds and the bodies for everyone involved in this experience.